Следующего телевизионной революции Кевин и Оливия. Следующего телевизионной революции Кевин и Оливия на блогосфере. The international phenomenon. Attack of the Show.
Yeah, no, it's good. And it's a little flip. Okay, let me see any flyaways. Okay. Hey, everybody, welcome to Attack of the Show. TV's only source for all the stuff you care about. I missed you yesterday. Sorry about that. I'm here. I'm Kevin Pereira. That wasn't a big deal. Wasn't a big deal.
We love me some Doug Benson, but your job is safe, my friend.
Oh, thank you.
Job is safe.
Thank you.
Wait, he's just too busy doing the. Is this what it is?
Is what
it is?
Are you visiting the YMCA, or are you trying to smoke from a bong?
Is that what
Which
it
one
is?
is
Is this a bong?
Yeah, I don't know.
Is that how you smoke?
I'm riding a tricycle and figuring and eating ice cream. Oh, I'm so high right now.
I'd rather have Doug Benson right now.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm Olivia Munn, everyone. I'm happy to have this guy back. I miss you all the time. We're coming to you live from the G4 studios in Los Angeles.
Hey, pay attention.
That's how you're going to do it?
On the show today, Pottermania has swept the world once again, so find out what happens when Japan's oddest fans go to Hogwarts to meet Daniel Radcliffe. The boy wizard's going to need a security spell. And around the net. Then Blair Hutter braves the flames at the Crucible Art Fest in San Francisco. It's a place where pyromaniacs and artists can bond over their common love of fire. Now, will Blair return with eyebrows unsinged? Place your bets now.
Plus, the days of you wishing your favorite song was on Rock Band might be over. X-Play's Adam Sessler is going to join us to talk about the new Rock Band Network, which actually allows indie bands to upload their songs and get paid. And Robot Chicken Seth Green in studio. He just said hi. We love it. It's cool. We're friends. He'll have the new Star Wars Episode 2 DVD on hand, and we'll also be taking your questions, so make sure to Twitter us at AOTS, and we'll ask him your questions on air.
Dude is busy.
He's so busy.
He was like rattling off his list of things he's doing in the next week. I'm like, I don't have that much planned for the next 10 years of my life, bro.
That's why he's Emmy nominated.
Yeah. It's just
time now to run him.
It's just a nomination. Let's not.
Come on. I mean,
we don't need a balloon drop. You know what I mean? We didn't get nominated. Can we just go around the net? Can we just do the graphics? You're not nominated. I'm sorry. I Googled.
Really?
Yeah.
Not for my filter interstitials you see throughout the day?
Oh, those, yeah, you win for best interstitials. You won.
I won!
Olivia won an Emmy.
Oh, my gosh.
Congratulations on that.
So when you introduce me, do I get to have like a rotating Emmy in the corner? And I'm Olivia Munn.
Emmy award-winning Olivia Munn. That's how you have to tell your name from here on out. Hey, by the way, 5-second films are back.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Here is a short film inspired by the classic film Ghostbusters.
Don't cross the stream. You want to make out?
Yeah! That was a sword fight gone wrong. It happens, and that was one of them.
Are there any good ends to a sword fight? Really?
Well, yeah. I mean, when you manage like a counter riposte with an épée against a saber, especially if you're using the French grip after a circular disengage, that, my friend, is a good sword fight. Also, if you're sharing a urinal and you don't get the other man's urine on your sandals or your exposed feet, that's also a win.
When do you wear sandals?
I'm just saying, if someone don't wear flip-flops at a urinal, kid. If there's one, I know we don't have the You've Got Learned ready, but I have made that mistake at one too many I-5 rest stops. Do not wear sandals at the urinal.
That's just, don't wear sandals at all.
Yeah, I guess I could go that route as well, but my socks look so cool in them. I'm that guy.
He's being serious.
I totally am.
At number 4, we have a clip of Daniel Radcliffe called Harry Potter Surprise.
Oh, yeah. This is the dude's penis from the play that he did.
No.
Over in
No.
No, because I clicked on a link this morning. It was in my Google Reader. It said Harry Potter surprise, and it was a photo of Radcliffe, and he was petting the horse on stage.
No, well, yeah.
It was lit in blue, and he was.
Yeah, but that's not what this is. That's not.
What's
no,
this clip?
This is a clip from Japanese TV's Karakuri Terebi, courtesy of Japan Probe. Do you not? Didn't say. Okay.
Go
Last
on.
month, a crazed Japanese Potter fan met Daniel Radcliffe, and well, that's the surprise. A fan meets him.
Okay, that's a surprise. But my surprise was Radcliffe, and he was standing very majestic-like, touching a horse, lit in blue.
Yeah.
There was a smoke machine, and it looked like a lens flare coming off the bell end. Of it.
Shush now.
Gryffindor, I think.
Nice to meet you too. That's okay.
That's very okay. Super okay.
Sorry.
Here's what's so funny is that Kevin usually handles the interviews on the show because I'm watching him like, mine end up like that. I always like go, yeah, I'm going to be interviewing Seth Green today,
Touch
and
his
I
face
swear
today
to
and
God,
squeal like a Japanese
I'm not going to
schoolgirl.
ask him anything. It's okay. I can't wait for that part of the show.
But with regard to that clip, fun fact, the actor that plays Ron Weasley, actually contracted swine flu recently.
It's true.
True story.
But
True story.
Isn't there like a spell or something like that for that? They can do? What?
To cure, no. There's no spell
Really?
for that,
Like,
yeah.
they can like summon glowing unicorns, but they can't cure the flu. That's stupid. Wizards, am I right? Yeah. Am I right? Right? Roll. That doesn't work.
Coming in at number 3 today, it's an interview with Danny Devito about his new horror movie website, The Blood Factory.
Now, for those of you who haven't been keeping up on your Danny DeVito interviews, shame on you.
Oh.
Mr. DeVito has started amusing himself whenever he's answering questions.
Yeah, sometimes he pretends he's drunk.
Pretend.
Sometimes his answers have nothing to do with the question at all. And sometimes he just acts belligerent for no reason. But in this promo for Comic-Con, the dude steps it up big time.
Ready, Danny?
Ready.
So, Danny, tell us about your visit to Comic-Con.
I'm really looking forward to going.
Oh, Dan. That's pretty good effects. That's some pretty good CG there. I like that.
Man,
What?
I hope he's okay for the convention. I was kind of looking forward to meeting him. That
No,
kind of sucks. Is he okay?
You know his head didn't really blow up. That was an homage to Scanners. It was just a little.
Oh, man. I mean, I had my whole thing worked around him. I wonder how Rhea Perlman is taking it. Do you think she's okay?
I don't.
Can we call Rhea?
What?
Does anybody know Rhea's number? Maybe Seth
That's
does.
not.
They all
it's,
know each
okay,
other,
yeah,
right?
we'll call. We're gonna get Rhea on the line. We'll get her on by the end of the show, and you can break the news to her that her husband's
So
head
sad.
exploded
I know.
during a promo for Comic-Con.
I know.
Yeah,
That's
it's
what's so
tragic.
sad.
Real
Who wants
tragic.
to go out like that?
Not Danny, that's for sure. We'll get her on the phone, Olivia.
All right, well, I'm going to move on. Today's number 2 item is part of an elaborate joke from that finest and most honest source of fake news, The Onion.
Yeah, the newspaper's aged, insane publisher just sold The Onion and all of its products to a Chinese company. You guys are familiar with it. It's the Yuanmi Amalgamated Salvage Fisheries and Polymer Injection Group. Big fans here? Anybody? Yeah? Full disclosure, we own stock.
And now, as we here in America know, having your news source owned by a major corporation has absolutely no effect on how that news is presented.
No.
None.
And as you'll see here in the revamped morning show today now, absolutely nothing has changed.
Michigan State Police are now widening their search for Rachel Emick, a highly valuable wife and mother, well known for her productivity and respectfulness. And joining us here in the studio this morning is Rachel's husband, Tom. Ni hao, Tom.
Ni hao, Tom.
Thank you for having me on.
Now, looking at these pictures, Rachel looks to have the back and hands of a woman able to perform great labors and embrace victory.
Yes, we're all very worried about her.
I want you to know you're not alone.
That's right. Our own Today Now matchmaker, Mai Li Shin, has found a beautiful new wife for you.
Meet Han Ling Nai. She's one of the most eligible bachelorettes in the Gansu province.
Oh, if I wasn't already married to a productive woman who provided me with a son.
That's really not what I'm focused on right now.
If she does come back, please beat her with a reed for all the worry she's caused you.
I, for one, applaud the Onion's news and like they're generous and corporate parent company. It's so nice to have them.
And this will probably help our current unemployment crisis as well, which is good. I figured they're gonna have to replace everyone in the studio like every 3 months now or something like that. So that'll be good.
Oh.
Yeah. No, it'll
no, it's worker quotas.
No. It's lead poisoning. I'm just saying, look, if you want cheap and efficient, you probably have to roll the dice on like a debilitating neurological disease. You know what I mean? But rolling back prices. Who cares if you're drooling? Not a one-sided. It's not. Still ahead. Summer fun in Coney Island, everybody, but not everybody's having it. Stick around, huh?
It's Rhea on the phone.
Yes, we have Rhea on the line.
Can I talk to Rhea Perlman?
This portion of Attack of the Show is brought to you by the all-new G4TV.com. New, improved, awesome. That just happened. I didn't even know. I wasn't even moving it. That was pathetic.
Hey, everybody. Kevin Pereira's back.
Hey.
It's great to have him here. I love this guy. And he put on his Tuesday sweater for you.
I did. I put on my best. Coming in at #1 today, this is an oddly enthralling video recently shot at Coney Island.
The island is already well known for its old amusement parks, beaches, and general... Sorry, I have an Altoid in. Don't eat it.
What? Oh.
Save it for me.
I thought I was totally
I'd be able to talk and do that. I'm not that talented.
You got it.
Okay, so Coney Island, it's basically just has a lot of weirdos. But there are definitely two things you have to know about Coney Island two things that perfectly encapsulate the neighborhood's mix of pleasure and danger.
What are those two things, Olivia? Tell me one of them first, and then after you tell me the first one, tell me the second thing. The second of those two things that perfectly define Coney Island. So when we're done, you'll have told me one thing and then another thing. So a total of two things will have been told about Coney Island. Tell me those two things right now.
So one... One is Rob Bass and DJ Ez-Rock's late 80s rap anthem, Joy and Pain.
You know what? Why don't I take the other one? Why don't I get the other one for you?
The second one
The second one is this.
I'm so happy about what just keep going
Yikes. Has this ever happened to you? For years, man has had to rely on our ability to mentally drown out incessant nagging while still looking interested. But now there's a new product that's guaranteed to make life easier for men everywhere. The man pawn. Left unprotected, lady complaints have a direct access route to the man brain, which, while strong, is often rendered powerless by the assault. But with their patented polycarbonate fibers, man pawns block these complaints from reaching the inner ear. And that's why man pawns are proud to be recommended by the National Council of Men. Man pawns are proven effective for a multitude of scenarios, like relationship talks, deciding where to eat tonight, movie choices, the "did you just look at that other woman" conversation, and so much more. And now there's the new and improved heavy flow man pawn, for when life gets really noisy. Just use these bad boys to stop the problem at its source. Enjoy peace and quiet with man pawn. Those things are great, let me tell you. And I would totally buy like 6 crates of those and tell my friends about that, because that company deserves to be mega rich, right? Mega rich.
Oh, that looked like it hurt.
To get your daily viral fix and to check out all the viral videos we have to offer, go to g4tv.com/aroundthenet. Thought you had your iPod earbuds. Oh, okay.
Now it's time for fire.
Oh, fire. The ultimate cleanser, scourge of humanity, symbol of the untamed wrath of nature.
And also, according to the Crucible Art Festival, a source of art. If by art you mean a giant platform with 16 motion-controlled flamethrowers, then yes.
Is there any other kind of art?
Yeah.
Welcome to the Fire Arts Festival in Oakland, California, where pyromaniacs from all over the world have come to bend fire to their will. So for all those non-magical fire wielders out there, what is the Crucible?
The Crucible is a non-profit industrial arts organization. We teach everything from welding to blacksmithing. The Fire Arts Festival, we've been doing it for 10 years, and it really evolved into a celebration of creation through fire and light.
Why the Fire Pendulum?
Well, we've seen a lot of fire art, and we felt like there was something left to do with fire art, and you know, our group Pyrokinetics kind of strives to take the fire and create motion with it. The pendulum was the simplest, most efficient use of metal and space, and kind of getting the most of all your components and all your structure and everything.
What is this built from?
Inside is a solid piece of aluminum that we machined, running from a controller, just a copper tube running down from a custom special-made gimbal ring. And the heat shield, believe it or not, salad bowls.
We're talking about the Vortex, which is a fire tornado. Tell us what we got going on here.
We have 12 fans, about 160 gallons of liquid propane, a lot of fire that swirls around and creates a vortex of flame. The fans provide the angular momentum for the vortex to happen, and we add the fuel in varying places along the vortex to incorporate more air into it.
How hot does this thing get?
When we're in the suit, it gets really hot. In the center, it's well over 2,000 degrees. I just like to keep it on the edge, you know, where you can really feel it, but not experience too much pain.
What do you guys have going on here?
Well, we have 16 flamethrowers with motion sensors activating each one. We have 1,000 pounds of propane that we're going to go through tonight in about 3 hours.
And then I see over here on this, kind of on this platform, you've got those little motion sensing dials, I assume. Run your hand over it.
So they're little infrared sensors, so they're sensitive to just putting anything over them. You don't have to touch them or step on them, just wave something above.
So I've been stretching, working on a couple dance moves. Do you want to hop on?
Are you going to be better than the B-boys doing up there earlier?
I'm probably the greatest dancer of my generation. I've seen fire tornadoes, fire pendulums. I've danced in a ring of fire. I got this. I'm a fire geek.
Badass, Blair. But actually, now let's have a moment of silence. Guys, moment of silence for the 7 PAs that we lost during the filming of that segment. Oh, no. That was long enough. Let's go over to Mun.
I love them all. Now, when new DVDs arrive, only one man's fingers are callous enough to prevent the burns that scar lesser men. They call him Chris Gore, and his day is known as DV Doomsday. Best intro ever.
That was the best intro ever. Thank you, Olivia. Thank you.
Expert Chris Gore. I'm excited about this because I hear we got some good ones, so I want to get right into it. What's up
Yes. Watchmen, the director's cut.
Okay.
What?
Yes. Okay, so those were oohs and groans. And I got to say, everyone seems to groan when they hear Zack Snyder has made this film, get this, even longer. Even longer. But, yeah, they made it longer if that was possible. How is it his director's cut?
Well, there's a lot more scenes that fill in a lot of the holes in the story. I kind of felt when we were seeing it that they were moving the story just along way too quickly, that if you had not seen The Watchmen, you'd be confused. So a lot of the additional scenes kind of fill in those details.
Okay, and that's kind of, I mean, It was really long.
Yes.
How are the behind-the-scenes features?
Great behind-the-scenes features, including that maximum mode, and a really amazing thing where they look at the science in the Watchmen. They actually had the scientist, quantum physicist, who consulted on the film and explained how the things that happened in Watchmen that were so fantastic, like Dr. Manhattan just existing, could actually exist in the real world. I'm serious.
Does it make? I mean, does it? Then why isn't it happen to somebody?
Well, I watched it. I thought it was amazing. It was very thinky, maybe a little too sciencey for me. But it was actually a very interesting documentary because this guy, that's his whole job, is he consults on movies.
So it's a longer version of the movie,
Yes.
and there's a whole science thing on the side.
Yes.
What's your bottom line?
Bottom line is buy it. It's on Blu-ray. It looks awesome. But this is a much better version of the film.
Well, that's
very
good.
impressed.
So those who had trouble in the theaters,
Yes.
go get this.
Yes.
I'll watch it again. All right, let's check out our next DVD.
Yes, which is Coraline.
I saw this in theaters. I liked it, and then some people I knew, they weren't like, I don't think that people really knew what it was going into it, but I thought it was a great film. How does the film look in 3D at your home, though?
Oh, it is so great. First of all, you've got to watch it in complete darkness to get the full effect.
Does it come with glasses?
Yes, it comes. You get 4 pairs of glasses, actually, with the DVD. The 3D effect is amazing. It looks so cool. I mean, I'm a huge fan of this film, too. I mean, it's really an art film, the best thing Henry Selick has done since Nightmare Before Christmas.
And I thought all the actors in it did a great job of voicing it.
They were really good.
Job. Do we have extras on it at all?
There's a lot of good extras on it, but I have to say there's a ton of good extras, including a great commentary by Henry Selick. But I have to say, this is one of those movies that's so good. You know, you've had the experience where I'm sure you've had sex with a dude that probably broke down and cried. He was so moved by the experience.
Kevin?
Now, that's never happened to me, but it's happened to me with a movie like this, where I'll see a movie and I get like a little emotional, going, I can't believe I'm seeing a movie this good. But
it was really, really good.
Yes.
So what's your bottom line? I'm guessing it's a buy?
Buy it.
Buy it.
Buy it.
There it is.
It'll make you break down and cry.
All right, well, what else are we looking at? Anything else that's going to make us cry?
Something that is awesome, and I like to talk about a lot of the time, The Mighty Boosh.
Seasons 1, 2, and 3. Look at that.
Yeah, 1, 2, and 3.
Okay, for those who are not familiar, explain what Mighty Boosh is.
Mighty Boosh is the comic stylings of Noel Fielding and Julian Barrett, and these guys are they're zookeeper workers that work at a bizarre, rundown zoo, but that's not important. They have these adventures that are kind of like a Scooby-Doo cartoon. It's really difficult to explain. They have a talking gorilla. They're in a band. It's sort of like a 70s cartoon by way of 80s music.
It's like the Monkees meets Mr. Ed.
Yeah, exactly. That sort of bizarre, surreal sense of humor.
So their DVD it's like loaded with extras, which is really important, I think, especially when you're kind of an unknown show that people love and you want to see all those extras. So good ones, right?
Yeah, great. Like commentary and behind the scenes, if you know, to get to know the Zooniverse, so to speak. And it is one of those shows where you have to watch it a couple times to kind of get that sense of humor. It's basically a live-action cartoon, from down to the transitions to the clothes and the costumes and just the ridiculous situations they get themselves in.
Is it better to watch it when you're high?
I was actually going to say that. Yes, actually it is. An altered state makes Bush better. Better Bush.
So what's your bottom line?
Buy it. Buy all 3 seasons.
Look at that.
3 buys today, folks. 3. Rarely happens on the show.
Very exciting to happen, though.
I win.
All right, well, there you go. You guys, let's thank Chris Gore for being here. And
Thank
visit
you.
filmthread.com for more movie info. 3 buys. Right now, let's go over to Kevin.
Don't do drugs, kids. Still ahead, Adam Sessler will be here to talk about the new rock band developments that will let bands create and sell their own tracks in-game. And then Seth Friggin Green joins us live in studio to talk Robot Chicken and take your Twitter questions. And later, we'll have a new Sony home theater system in Gadget Prawn. Find out if the 1,000-watt powerhouse is worth your cash right after this.
Today's Road Report is brought to you by the all-new Kia Forte, the first of its kind.
Open your mouth!
It wasn't my eye.
Welcome back. I'm Allison Hayslip. It's Tuesday, July 21st, and here are your top stories. Best Buy is now using Twitter to handle customer service. The company is urging its employees to use a new service called 12th Force to recommend products, troubleshoot, and answer customer questions about potential purchases. Basically, Best Buy employees can send messages from Twitter by logging into 12th Force account, so Best Buy customers can get answers quickly. The service launched on Sunday and already has 700 registered Best Buy employees. No word yet on whether or not the service provides a way for Geek Squad members to steal your porn. But if there is, we'll let you know. If you have an unlocked iPhone, your instant messages may be going to all the wrong people. Gizmodo is reporting that owners of jailbroken iPhones now face a major security flaw when sending and receiving AIM messages. The developer who discovered the issue posted a warning on Twitter that using the push service with an unlocked iPhone will broadcast your instant messages to other owners of jailbroken iPhones. So remember, guys, once you open up that Jesus phone, you're pretty much dead to Steve Jobs, so be careful what you put on it. Jailbreak responsibly, please. And finally, if you're going to Comic-Con this week, the iPhone has an app for you. An official Comic-Con iPhone app. Hit the iTunes store today and squeezes floor maps, searchable panel schedules, a convention news feed, and booth numbers all into one free app. Free. It's all the info you'd get in the Comic-Con program, and when you consider how big the San Diego Convention Center is, well, it's well worth the price of free. Did I mention it's free? It's free, people. Get it. And find the G4 stage. I'm Allison Hayslip, and you've just been fed. And now, back to Kevin.
Thank you, Allison. When something new frightens or confuses us or excites us in the video game world, we turn to X-Play's Adam Sessler, who's right here, for comfort and for knowledge through these tumultuous times.
Wow. Who wasn't available? I have to ask anyone who comes to me for comfort and knowledge.
But light the torch and guide us through this new Rock Band news.
Yes.
As we mentioned on the feed yesterday, Rock Band is now offering up their music list for independent bands. So it's called the Rock Band Network. Explain to the...
Well, the gist of this, and the thing is, this is not as easy as, say, iTunes or back in the old days of Napster.
Right.
Look, here's my song.
I made a song on GarageBand. Right. You don't just click a button, colorful gems show up, and it's there. You really have to go in and do it.
So obviously you need a 360, or you need a computer that handles XNA, and you have to program the song into the game. You then submit it. It will go through a review process. This is where I'm not 100%, because it usually is community reviewing. I know a community of game developers may not be the best ears for quality music.
Sure.
But they'll go through that, and then it goes through MTV games. So there's even a second tier. Then it'll become available for a 30-day exclusive period for the Xbox 360. The best of that bunch then go to the Wii and to the
trickle down to
PlayStation
other
3.
platforms as well.
Yeah.
So there's different barriers to entry here. Again, you have to create the song, have the master tracks. You have to go in, program the MIDI for the tracks, when it's going to turn on, how it's going to turn off, program your gems for the song. So there's a lot of hoops to jump through, but...
You hopefully have been playing Rock Band for a while up until this point, right? So you'll probably be a little lost.
Right, but then the review process is done, and well, first of all, you also have to have a subscription fee to get on there to do it, right?
Which is the XNA community fee. I believe it's about $100 a year.
Okay, so $99.
Can't quote me on that.
And then as the band, you get 30% of whatever you sell. And you can price the tracks pretty much any way you want.
Yeah,
like
you can go 99 cents. You can probably go up to about $3. I mean, you better be damn good.
Right.
$3 price tag.
$3 price tag, yeah. But, okay, so the logistics are one thing, but I think the implications of this announcement are what people should be focusing on. This could open the doors to a whole new era of music distribution and a whole new way for bands and people to collaborate online. Like, I can't play guitar to save my life, but I can throw down a drum track or two. I might be able to hook up with somebody, make a track, sell it on the store. Like, this could be a big deal.
And just as the distribution, I mean, one thing that's become clear, I actually moderated a panel a few months ago about music industry and how it's playing with the games. This is seen as the one viable outlet to actually sell music for an industry that is really not finding its way in this modern era of technology and stuff.
I can count on one hand the number of CDs I've purchased in the last 10 years, but I've spent almost $1,000 in my Rock Band library just from downloading tracks.
How do you get attention? And one of the best ways to get attention is through games. There are bands out there, because it's kind of a younger generation of musicians that want to see their music in a game more than they want to see it in a movie or in a commercial, especially. And I think this is an exciting way for young, hungry bands to really kind of get some attention, because I think I might appreciate the song more if I don't just hear it, I experience
it by playing it and then having your drunk roommate butcher it by singing loudly in the microphone as well. When can we expect Rock Band Network to go online? Because I think this is cool.
They're saying August, but that is a beta in August. So for everyone out there that expects something perfect and shiny, as everyone seems to expect everything to be, it probably won't be, and there's probably be a learning process because it is a community effort.
Right. When do we get the first track from Adam and the Sesslers?
actually might be. It's called Adam and the Imaginary Friends.
Oh, okay. Well, track drops in November, maybe? What is it, loungy?
If you're a really good friend, maybe even November.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Awesome. Adam Sessler, thank you so much,
No
sir.
problem.
Always a pleasure. Brian Oscorby, Miss Olivia Munn.
Kev, make sure to tell Adam how well I can sing. Let him know that. I'm really good, Adam.
Yeah, we got it, Olivia.
Stay tuned when we return. Seth Green, he's going to be here live in our studio. I'm going to pet his face. We'll be right back.
The feed is brought to you by Gillette Fusion, Gillette's closest, most comfortable shave.
Weekend at Comic-Con, we're sure fans will have millions of questions, such as, do stormtroopers have families? And why did Uncle Owen and Aunt Beru have to die? Well, luckily, our friends over at Robot Chicken have the answers just for us.
Oh, you're terrible. What did he say?
What is so funny?
Well, Owen just said, I guess that makes him Little Orphan Annie. Funny!
Come on, man. Comedy. It's just tragedy plus time.
No
man.
time has passed. I'm holding her dead body in my arms.
Sheesh, fine. Well, you just mark the date on the calendar when it's okay to lighten the mood.
Never. It will never be okay.
Yeah, welcome back again, Robot Chicken Seth Green. First, yeah, we love you here. We love you here. We do.
So nice.
We truly do.
That's so sweet. I love you back.
It wasn't like that before you were Emmy nominated again.
Yeah.
Right now, let's congratulate him. Robot Chicken was nominated. Yeah, Star Wars Episode 2 Special received 2 Emmy nominations. And get this, another show you work on, Family Guy, is nominated for Outstanding Comedy Series and making history.
The nominatingest.
Yeah. Well, that's really exciting for you to be part of that. I heard there was an interesting story to when you were actually notified that you were nominated.
Well, I've been getting so little sleep lately trying to promote this bus tour, and I turned my cell phone off so that I would sleep until my alarm instead
And you
of
didn't know
getting
the next day was Emmy nomination.
I forgot. I know that sounds so silly, but I just wasn't thinking about it because I'm thinking about so many other things.
Well, it's really your people's, it's their business, and you just need to be creative, and then they'll let you know when you're nominated.
It was very exciting to get that call, and I felt so bad because I don't really have a house phone. It's just for security purposes, so no one really has that number. And when the phone rang, I was so confused.
And freaked out?
I was just like, what's going on? Is there somebody, what happened? I just had no idea. And it was my publicist, and I felt really bad because I was like, I was 3 more minutes till the. This is terrible.
But now you have like another Emmy awards to go to. That's exciting.
It's always fun. I'm so glad I bought that tux.
Well, last time you were here, Robot Chicken Star Wars Episode 2 was airing on Adult Swim. Is there any additional footage on the DVD, which is what we're promoting now?
This is the exciting part, Olivia. There is over 15 minutes of never-before-seen footage on the DVD, including 90 minutes of bonus features. But all that extra footage, the extra 15 minutes, are just cut right into the show, so you get an uninterrupted 35-minute program.
Because I was thinking, we were just talking before it came on, it takes so much time to make what we see.
Yeah.
So it's interesting that there would be things that you take out just because it's like it took so long to make it.
Well, we took it out. We luckily had produced it up to the point of animatic, which is filmed storyboards with the actual sound at the timing of the show. It's kind of your roadmap for the animation. We'd produced it up to that point, and typically we'd put animatics on the DVD, but I convinced Adult Swim to let us shoot this stuff, and as a result, we got 15 minutes of never-before-seen footage.
That's awesome. Do you do any commentary on it?
We do commentary on everything. There are so many commentaries. Well, we love
That's
DVDs.
What people want. When we review the DVDs and they don't have that, it's kind of a minus.
We're crazy DVD techno nerds, and everything you want to know about the show, we're trying to tell you. So there's a lot of stuff. We got Billy D. Williams doing commentary.
Look at that. Carrie Fisher, if you heard, is on it?
It's true, and we even have Frank Oz doing commentary, even though he didn't work on it. He just came and hung out with us and told us stories. So that was really exciting.
Can you come tell me stories?
It kind of was like that. I was like, when you did Dark Crystal, well, even better, let's talk about Bowfinger.
It's like nothing to do with Robot Chicken.
Not at all.
But besides going to Comic-Con this weekend, which is going to be intense for you and intense for all of us.
I'm like the mayor of Comic-Con.
Are you?
Yeah.
Kevin, did you know that?
I have to make sure my people are accounted for.
Yeah.
The chat would like to recognize the delegate from G4. Kevin, you can speak.
Delegate Pereira. We're so excited. Well,
the motion's been passed. Thank you, sir.
There, that was really easy. What do I get?
You are on the dais, as always.
I don't know what that means, but I like it.
You're in like a authoritative speaking position. Always.
So you're also kicking off the Robot Chicken roller skating party.
It is
the actual title.
Yeah, the Robot Chicken Skate Party Bus Tour, which is coming to your town, and you can find out everything you need to know on AdultSwimPresents.com.
Okay, so you're inviting everyone. It's not just.
This is a crazy. This may be the dumbest or most brilliant thing we've ever done. We're getting on a bus for 2 weeks and traveling across the country, throwing, no joke, roller skating concert parties with the band Gym Class Heroes in 9 cities.
And just the fans get to go.
It is a free party. Anyone can go.
And they can hang out with you?
Theoretically. I mean, if there's 1,000 people there, I don't know how much quality time we're going to be spending together.
What does a girl need to wear to get your attention on the road?
Well, I think there's stuff available at AdultSwim.com.
Okay, there it is. I know. Get a good push-up bra, girls. Make sure to push them up real nice. Seth will notice.
Oh, wait, the one thing to mention is that it's first come, first serve, but if you buy the Robot Chicken Star Wars DVD, which is reasonably priced at $15 for all that content.
What a great price for all of that footage and that one guy that's nothing to do with your show at all, and he's
Isn't
not
that
there.
amazing? Sure, you can listen to Frank Ostar.
$15, you get a DVD?
At no extra charge, but there's a voucher inside that will get you into any of these skate parties an hour early.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's so exciting.
It's true.
Thanks so much to Seth Green. We're going to see you at Comic-Con. Very excited. The Robot Chicken Star Wars Episode 2 DVD is out in stores today. Make sure to go get it. And also get that voucher in there for the roller skating tour, which launches this weekend in San Diego. So if you guys are in Comic-Con in San Diego, look out for the roller skating chicken
skate party!
And now, a special message from Delegate Pereira.
It's just a promo. This Saturday, G4 unleashes 5 hours of unrivaled live coverage featuring a historic TV first, never before done in the history of Comic-Con. G4 will have the world broadcast exclusive of the Star Wars Spectacular panel. It's going to get so crazy with myself and Mon moderating the panel. Seriously, you're going to put a lightsaber in your mouth and pull the trigger, or the switch, I guess, in this case. And we'll have 3 hours of live coverage from the show floor, including guests like Jon Favreau, Peter Jackson, exclusives from Marvel and DC, and more from Nerd Prom. Do not miss Comic-Con 09 live this Saturday afternoon, starting at 2. Check out g4tv.com/Comic-Con for details. Now, still ahead, we'll investigate a new 1,000-watt 5.1 Sony home theater system in Gadgetron. Find out if it's worth your cash right after this.
The workers demand more attack of the show. Международное явление. Сейчас более атака. We'll be right back.
Piggy!
Yes!
Oh my God! No! 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 No, Kevin, I'm not
Testify!
Coming up tomorrow on an all-new AOTS, we'll have the last fresh ink before Comic-Con, and we'll highlight what may be the best graphic novel of 2009. Didn't get the 3GS? Well, we'll show you how to unlock your iPhone's full potential with a jailbreak on Hack This. And we'll announce the winner of our Keyboard Cat contest. See it tomorrow.
Everybody, we are literally surrounded by gadgets all the time. I mean, how do we decide which ones are good? It's just...
With Gadgetron.
Oh.
A 1,000-watt sound system for just $300? Well, go on.
Okay.
Nothing completes the movie experience at home like a good 5.1 system. And that's why Sony made their affordable SS360 home theater. 1,000 watts of power are pumped through 5 speakers and a subwoofer for amazing audio. And the slim receiver has room for 3 HDMI inputs, so every high-def source will sound as good as intended. Start the auditory adventure for $300.
Bam.
There it is. Now, it is really important for these home theaters in a box to be small and integrate into what you already have in your living room. And Sony, they really do always take this into account.
Oh, yeah,
so
well, the Japanese living room is the size of this table.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they have to make components small.
And then a bed folds out from the speaker?
Yeah, exactly.
Great. So, looking at this system, each satellite speaker is only 6 inches high, and it's only 3 inches deep. The center channel is even smaller than that. The subwoofer isn't very big either, at just over a foot tall. Now, the receiver is also incredibly slim. But does that mean that we're actually going to get a lot of inputs? Because sometimes maybe having small,
you think there's a trade-off for that, but actually, it's not really. I mean, they did a pretty good job. You got 3 HDMIs, 2 digital optical ins. You have 3 stereo AV inputs. Now, there are no analog video inputs, so you have to separate the cables and plug video directly into your TV and then put the audio into the receiver. And this sucks, like if you have an old Betamax player for some reason, I guess, that's still hooked up, or a VHS player. Like, anything other than, I guess, like the Wii, I don't know why you're still using analog, but if you do have an analog signal, yeah, you're going to have to split it and go directly to the TV. But 3 HDMIs is not bad.
Now, these are always supposed to be easy for anyone to set up. And I have to say, Sony has been making products that have been, really confusing to navigate through.
They take pride in 500-page manuals.
Yeah.
Like, that's like a big deal for them.
Someone gets paid, has a salary just to make those. So is this one, tell me it's different, because that's a little too much.
I could tell you that. I'd be lying right to your face, because no, it's still confusing as all hell. I mean, don't get us wrong. The physical setup of plugging in the speakers,
easy.
Could not be easier. It's all color-coded. You match the colors, much like your Garanimals outfits that you wear, and you're good to go. It's just the actual sound setup itself is very hard. There's no menu display. You have to guess as to what each selection sort of does. I mean, I guess you could look at the manual, but what's the fun in that?
Wait, but once you look at the manual, it'll tell you. You just have to find it.
Yeah, you just have to do it. And you know what? Devices these days shouldn't require them. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And the auto calibration mic is supposed to give you the best sound, but we found ourselves that manually adjusting each level is really important, and it's not that easy to do. So.
Well, okay. So once you have adjusted all the settings, does the sound good?
Yes, it actually sounds good. The lows and the highs sound great, and we were really skeptical that they could pack 1,000 watts into the system, but this bad boy gets loud. It gets loud like. The mids do get a little lost since the subwoofer is pretty powerful for its size. If you adjust the sound manually again, you can get a good mix, but overall, we were really impressed with the system.
Okay, well, $300 isn't bad for a full 5.1 home theater system. Are we saying it's worth it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's weird because I never get to like a product on this segment. It feels like that. But this is right on par with their CT100 virtual surround bar. It was a single bar surround sound system that we loved a while back. This thing is totally on par with it. Even though you don't hear every single detail, it really packs like the same punch. And it's actual surround. You're using actual satellite speakers, which is great.
So what are you going to give it?
We're giving it a 4.5 out of 5, which is damn good. Damn good.
That is.
Some Sony engineers hopefully very proud of themselves and clapping right now.
They're all watching this.
Look, we expect great quality from Sony, but what really makes this worthwhile is the price. They got it right. It's the perfect entry-level home theater system. So for $300, here you go. Well done, guys. Yeah.
Well, that's it for today's Gadget-Pon. Now go buy stuff and save the economy.
Yay!
Talking about the Japanese guys clapping, I forgot to touch Seth Green's face awkwardly.
Oh, that's what we'll have.
I'll find him at Comic-Con.
At Comic-Con, that will be your mission, to find him and touch him awkwardly.
I'll just find him and touch him on the face. Go to G4TV.com/AOTS for all things you saw today and more.
Thanks to Adam Sessler, Seth Green, Chris Score. Thank you guys for being here. X Play's up next, and good night.